I saw a movie by myself, and I'm so shocked that I saw a movie by myself because my whole years of living on this earth, I have never once gone to a movie theater and watched a movie by myself, ever. And I don't know why, I usually always have someone to go with, but I went to go see Until Dawn by myself, and I am so proud of me. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did enjoy seeing the movie, and I think that's because I went to an early showing, and there was only me and two other people in the theater, so I didn't have all the loud, annoying, obnoxious people in there. It was literally like silent, like you're watching a movie by myself, and I actually really enjoyed that. Now I know that's not everywhere, but I'm glad for my first time that it happened. But I wanted to go see this movie to talk crap about it because I'm like, this isn't Until Dawn. They're not going to know what they're doing, like blah blah blah. But I'm actually not going to talk crap about it. I surprisingly enjoyed this. I actually liked the movie and I had a good time with it. I was really shocked. I was like, okay, now should they have put this in an Until Dawn name? No, no, I don't think so. The only reason why they called it Until Dawn is because of certain things they put into the movie and because of certain things that you do in the game. Uh, like I said, I like the movie. It's only an hour and a half, and it gets straight to the point. If you play the game, you get the premise and everything, but they did change that a little bit. They did change some characters, but coming out later, they didn't really change a character that is actually the villain. Like I was saying before, I enjoyed this movie and I had a good time with it. It was laughing a lot throughout of it. It definitely is. I was sitting here like, is this PG-13 or rated R? But as the movie was going, I was like, oh yeah, it's definitely rated R. It was written fine. Honestly, it was A, B, C, D, E, F, G writing. Like, you already know what's going to happen. You can guess what's going to happen. It's not like anything's a surprise, especially if you played the game, you know, some things just happen. Um, One of the characters in there, her name is Nina. If you saw the Hellraiser movie on Hulu, she's actually in this movie. And to be honest, I'm trying to think like that's the other only thing that I saw her in. Are you going to play the same character in every horror type movie that you're in, which is kind of like the bitchy slut? I don't care. It's fine. I like her, but it's like this is two for two kind of at this point. The other characters, I don't really know where they're from, but honestly, no character got on my nerves. They don't really do much for you to really care about them, but by the time everything is happening, you do want them to escape. At least that's how I feel by the time everything was happening. I was like, dang, I hope we get through this night because this is crazy. I couldn't go through this. I couldn't go through this. What they were going through, I couldn't do it. Um, I'm going to end up talking about spoilers in another review because I feel like this whole entire freaking movie is a spoiler in my opinion because there's stuff that happens in like almost every scene that you're sitting there laughing or your jaw drops like what the fuck just happened. um Obviously you guys get the premise. If you play the game, you get the premise, but I don't think they should have put this under the Until Dawn title, only because you didn't do the story of Until Dawn. All you did was take bits and pieces of Until Dawn and you put it in a movie. Now, not saying that's a bad thing, but you could have named this something else. What? I don't know what you could have named, but the idea is good. Like personally, I think you can make an Until Dawn movie that's actually from the actual game. This movie, I feel like you can make a game from this movie based off of certain things that are happening. Um, there's this scene with this character that goes into a house, and I'm like, I don't think that wasn't it Until Dawn. Like that, I played that game like at least 4 times, and I know that part wasn't in the game. So certain things that weren't in the game were in this movie. So that's why I'm like, you have more things that were not in Until Dawn in this movie named Until Dawn, if that makes sense. things they had in Until Dawn that you saw in the trailer, so this isn't a spoiler. The Masked Man, he is in this movie and I'm like, okay, then yeah, no, that's cool, but it's not like how it was in the game. Yeah, we had the Masked Man, but it was different than what you did. It's fine what they did in this movie, but we could have done something different, in my opinion. The other thing they had that they showed in the trailer was the freaking Wendigo. I already said I didn't think they should have shown the Wendigo in the trailer because that's such a big mystery in the game. And the way they introduced it in the movie, I thought they did a really good job. They didn't need to put it in the trailer, in my opinion. That should have been a surprise. But I like the way they showed it in the movie leading up to it. There's a character in there that you think is going to be like the dumb one out of everyone, but they were making sense. There's another character in there that, man, couldn't catch a break, like getting their ass whooped, I think worse than anybody else. And I'm like, jeez. I do feel like some parts drag, like towards the end I was kind of getting a little bored with it. I thought it was a fine movie. I saw it at a matinee and I had a good time watching it by myself. You can have a good time watching it with a group of friends, or you can have a good time waiting until streaming. It was a fine movie. I personally give it a 6 out of 10. Like, it was fine. It was okay. I didn't have a bad time. I had a good time. And I thought, I was going in there ready to completely hate it because they're like, this is Until Dawn. It's not Until Dawn. They could have named it something else, but I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the characters for what they were given to us. If they named this something else, they could have made another one. I feel like they might make another one and might name it The Quarry, because that is the sequel to Until Dawn. That wasn't that great in my opinion, game wise, but they could do that. But like I said, I enjoyed the movie. You should go see the movie if you have nothing to do and you just want to have a good time. And if you enjoy these video game adaptations, this is another one. It's not crap like I thought it was going to be. Like I said, I had a good time. You'll laugh. You'll be shocked. You'll be like, what the fuck? But yeah, definitely go see the movie for sure.